Hi guys, this is MJ again, and today I ran into an interesting problem that I thought we should do a video about. Because if you visit Brazil, if you plan on relocating here, you may have the same situation. First off, you have to excuse my voice, I'm a little hoarse today, but I thought this video was really important. It has to do with the shower in your house or apartment. Today we got ready to take a shower, and we use a heater element for the water here. And the heater element burned out. So I thought I wanted to show you guys about this. First thing to talk about is that in most houses or apartments here in Brazil, you don't have hot water running through your pipes. Even though you may have both knobs for hot and cold, normally only cold water is running. So then a person might wonder, well, how do you take a shower? So this is what I wanted to show you guys is we have a heater element. Let me grab it here. So this is the heater element. In Portuguese they call it a chuveiro, or we would call it the shower head. And inside there is a metal resistência, as they call it in Portuguese, or a heater element, and we're going to have to replace that. So I already opened it up a little bit, if you guys can see here. So we have the bottom section, which is where the water goes. I'm going to place this back down. And then inside here, this is your heater element. I don't know if you guys can see this resistor in here. So what happens is, eventually you get corrosion and probably some calcium buildup, and the metal will break on it. And so then we have to replace it. So I've already replaced it here. Hold on a second, I'm going to show you guys a brand new one in the package. Okay, so this is the new one in the package. And one thing you want to be careful about is the rating on it, because you have different ratings. Our shower is rated at 220 volts and the wattage here, 6800. So you want to make sure that you know whatever it's rated for as you get ready to replace it. So again, here in the package, the same thing, the resistor. So I bought an extra one for the next time that we have a problem, because these things tend to blow out maybe about once every 6 months or so. Okay, I'm going to put this down, and again, after we replace this, then we only have to deal with the bottom of our unit where the water comes out. Now, what tends to happen is you get, of course, calcium buildup. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little vinegar and water and let it soak in there for several hours. Then we'll put it back together, and I'll show you guys how to reinstall it. Again, something rather tricky, because remember I mentioned that we're dealing with 220 volts and water. Now for me, of course, when I first heard about that, I was a little bit nervous, right? So the first thing you want to do at your house is make sure you turn off at your circuit breaker. There'll be a circuit specifically for the shower. Okay? So we're going to work on cleaning out the calcium deposits, and then we'll get back with you and show you as we reassemble this and install the chuveiro, or the shower head, once again. Hello everybody, I'm back now to talk to you about installing this chuveiro, or shower head. So as you can see, I've reassembled it and it just twists together. Now what you have to do is remember, first off, have your power turned off up here, the 220 volts for this circuit. We don't want anybody getting shocked and killed here in Brazil. Alright, next thing is, on the back of the chuveiro, we have to use plumber's tape. Another word in Portuguese they use here is fita for tape. So we're going to use plumber's tape, and you put the tape on in the direction of the threading as you're going to turn it. So I'm going to install this, then we'll install the wiring, and then we'll test it out. Alright, so first thing, we get this up here, and we'll turn it a little bit counterclockwise to get the threading, and then we'll go in and start getting it in there. Okay. watch out for our cables that'll keep twisting here. All right. One more twist to get it in there nice and tight. Okay, so now we have our shower head back up. Okay, so now we'll work on installing our wires. So again, we're working with 220 volts AC. So we have 2 whites and a green. Of course, the green will be our neutral. So we'll go ahead and drop that in first. And we'll screw that down, make sure it's secured in. And you can drop in either one of your whites. Okay, we can tug on the wire just a little bit to make sure that it's in there secure. And yes, working with 220 volts and water can be a little scary. So make sure you know that the power is turned off. Okay, once we have those back in there snug, what I like to do is, as a safety measure, I like to bend this wire back out of the way just to keep the possibility of water splashing up there on this 220 volts. So I know it's kind of a crazy design, crazy setup, but this is what we're dealing with here in Brazil. So I want to show you guys this. Now, I'm going to remove my ladder, turn the water on, make sure our water is flowing nicely, and then we'll test out with power, okay? All right, let's see if the water flows. Get my little spring here. Okay. Okay, so we see our water's flowing. And give me 1 sec, I'll be back. I'm going to turn on the power. Okay, now one of the other things that you have to be aware of is they recommend that you turn water on first for the shower before adjusting up top here for the temperature. So that way there's moisture inside of the unit, okay? So now we're going to turn it on to see if we can get it hot. We have the power turned on at the circuit breaker and see if our water gets warm. Okay, there's a little noise you'll learn to hear when you know that it's working. Okay, testing it out there. I'm going to turn this off. Okay, and there you have it. Voila, warm water in Brazil. So again, we have our chuveiro or shower head. You need your plumber's tape, and most importantly, make sure that you have your power turned off at the circuit breaker. You don't want to mess around with water and 220 volts at the same time. Until next time, folks, I hope you enjoyed that video. Continue to live, learn, and travel with passion.